everyone, I am Shreya Singh, an undergraduate from Delhi University, and today I am going to solve some simple questions from the chapter Chemical Reactions and Equations for you all. So let's start with our first question, which is explain the process of corrosion and rusting. So it is a very simple question in which first we will describe what is corrosion and then what is rusting. So corrosion is a natural process in which metal gets oxidized when it comes in the contact of air and moisture. And when it happens, it causes the transformation of metal to some undesirable substance and it forms a layer of metal oxide on its surface. It is generally observed कि जो metals reactivity series में सबसे ऊपर आते हैं जैसे कि आयरन, जिंक, कॉपर एक्सेट्रा ये सभी easily corrode हो जाते हैं, while metals जो reactivity series में नीचे पाए जाते हैं like noble metals like gold, platinum ये जल्दी corrode नहीं होते. It is basically due to the higher reactivity of the metals like iron, zinc and copper, so that they get easily oxidized by the oxygen present in their surrounding. Now rusting is a part or is an example of a corrosion in which a brown flaky substance forms on the surface of iron when it comes to the contact of air and moisture. And when it reacts with oxygen, this brown flaky substance, which is known as rust, gets formed, which has formula of Fe2O3. Let's move on to our next question, which is how is exothermic reaction different from an endothermic reaction? In this we have to define a difference between these two types of reaction. So the most basic difference between these two reactions is that in an exothermic reaction energy releases from the system and in endothermic reaction energy is absorbed by the system, and this energy can be in the form of heat or light. Some examples of exothermic reaction are rusting of iron, formation of chemical bonds, nuclear fissions, etc. And the example of endothermic reaction include melting of ice, evaporation, photosynthesis, etc. Now our third question is explain 4 different types of chemical reaction with suitable examples. So in this you have to explain for any chemical reaction along with their example. So first we will define the combination reaction. It is a reaction in which 2 or more substances combine to form a single product. So combination means combining something. So in this reaction 2 or more substances combines. For example, formation of water from hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. Next is decomposition reaction in which a single reactant decomposes to form more than 2 products. An example of this type of reaction is thermal decomposition of calcium carbonate or limestone. When limestone is heated, it forms calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Calcium oxide is also known as quicklime. Third type of reaction is displacement reaction, in which the more reactive element displaces the less reactive element from its salt solution. And how can we decide which is more reactive and which is less reactive? We decide this by the reactivity series of metals. For example, when zinc is added to the salt solution of copper sulfate, due to the higher reactivity of zinc, it displaces the copper and forms zinc sulfate, and copper produces as a byproduct. The fourth type of reaction is oxidation reaction, in which a substance gains oxygen or loses an electron during a reaction. For example, when copper is being heated in the presence of oxygen, it forms copper oxide. So we can see an oxygen is get added to the copper atom. So this is an example of oxidation reaction. The next question is how to balance a chemical reaction. To balance any chemical reaction, some steps we have to follow. And we will take an example of iron reacting with water to form ferric oxide and hydrogen. So in the first step, सबसे पहले हम डिफ़ाइन करते हैं कि किसी रिएक्शन में कितने एलिमेंट्स प्रेजेंट है. तो हमने जो एग्जांपल लिया है इसमें आयरन, हाइड्रोजन एंड ऑक्सीजन 3 टाइप्स ऑफ एलिमेंट आर प्रेजेंट इन दिस रिएक्शन. देन we will write the number of atoms in the reactant side and in the product side for each element. After doing so, we will select the element which has maximum number of atoms. So in this example हम देख सकते हैं कि oxygen has the maximum number of atoms in the product side. First we will start by balancing the oxygen atom and then other atoms one by one. So to balance the oxygen, we have to multiply the reactant side oxygen by 4 and by this our oxygen get balanced on the both side. Then we can see that number of hydrogen atom become 8 on the left hand side. So to balance the hydrogen, we need to multiply the hydrogen on the right hand side by 4 also. After that, oxygen and hydrogen atoms get balanced. Now the iron is 1 on the left hand side while it is 3 on the right hand side. So to balance it, we will have to multiply the left hand side by 3. Now we can see the number of atoms of each element becomes equal on both the sides, that is on the reactant side and on the product side. So our equation is balanced. And after balancing the equation, we can write our final equation as 3 times of Fe plus 4 times H2O. It gives Fe3O4 plus 4 times H2. Our last question is, why are oil and fat containing food items flushed with nitrogen? So the food items which contains fat and oil, after some point of time they get oxidized due to the oxygen present in the surrounding. And after getting oxidized they become rancid and their smell and taste also changes. So to prevent this oxidation, we need to add some antioxidants to the foods containing fats and oils. So nitrogen is one of the antioxidants. It is an inert gas, so it does not react with food and removes all the oxygen present in the food or around the food. So in this way it helps to prevent the process of becoming food items rancid and getting oxidized. So that is why nitrogen is flushed in the food items containing oil and fats. So that was all about today. Thank you for watching and listening.